All right, so now we have marked the front of our fly, and now we are ready to take it to the sewing machine. And I start on the bottom, but I should tell you this. I have the two pieces pinned together. If you want your fly to open and be functional, you're gonna separate these out and just sew on the layer that you just drew the line on. Otherwise, I want mine to go together because it doesn't matter, I have to take them off anyways, use the bathroom. So, you know, and it's elastic. I start on the very inside of my line that comes like horizontal to the floor when I put pajama pants on, and I start on the inside of it and go to the top. I use a really small seam allowance, so I am using like the inside mark on the presser foot, and I'm going to sew around. So I just go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to back stitch. And of course, remember that I always put my presser foot, or not my presser foot, but my needle down so that when I stop sewing, it'll be in the down position. Now I sew across. I get to that edge and I'm trying to guess like where I need to turn the corner at so that I will be in an okay spot to go down. Hey, you did a pretty good job on that one. And now I'm to the very bottom of what will be the fly seam that looks like on the front, and my needle is down, so I'm going to pivot again. I am sewing on the inside of my line, so to speak. And I have this curve to sew, so please feel free to stop and turn your fabric and take a stitch and stop and turn your fabric and take a stitch. You can see I'm making sure that all of this is still gonna stick together. And yes, I do have to stop a lot of times because that's a pretty sharp little curve that's in the bottom of our flies. So, and I'm just moving this thread out of the way. All right, and now I should be able to go ahead and just sew up the side. Make sure that nothing is folded underneath, otherwise you'll be ripping it out, which of course none of us really like to do. Once I get to the top, I just stop because my needle's down. I pivot and I sew like 2 or 3 stitches over, and I turn my fabric so now I can just reverse what I just did coming up. I actually didn't catch my fly, so it's going to be open anyways. And I just line that pencil line up the same spot as I did before. I'm just on the opposite side of it now, and you guys, my sewing is like super crooked. I might have to take this out and redo it because I'm not happy with that. And I just sew down again, making sure I don't have anything caught underneath. You should be able to feel it. If you do, and I'm back to the curve, so please remember that it's very okay to stop as many times as you need to turn your fabric. I'm turning to come up really close to that center crotch seam. And now I'm turning again to finish the last little seam on my fly. And again, when I get to my other rows of stitching, I'm going to stop and back stitch. And now you can see what a fly looks like. It's really hard to see because my coordinating thread doesn't show up very well.